Hi, welcome back to ClubRackets.com for our next video, and this video is going to be about nylon shuttles, or plastics as I like to call them. So plastics are used all over the country and used a lot in the local area because of their durability and their value for money. You can play for a long time with plastics, you don't have to replace them as often as feathers. You don't perhaps get the same type of game as you do with feathers, but for a lot of people plastics is what they play with. And with so many different types on the market, I thought I'd give you a bit of an overview of each one, of all the ones we sell here at ClubRackets.com, and some ones that are coming out in the future to see which ones will be best for your game. So the one I've got in my hand here is the Yonex Mavis 300. It's our most popular one, solid and durable. We're also going to have a look at the slightly newer version from Yonex, the Mavis 2000, that's been out for a while now. More recently, Yonex have come out with the Mavis 600, which has a new wing rib design, so I'm keen to give that a try. Then we've also got Victor's top plastic shuttle, the Platen 3000. Ashaway's Bird 2, which is an attempt to make a more feather-like plastic. Very interesting concept. And then we're also lucky enough to have been sent a sample tube of Victor Carbonsonic shuttles, which are an attempt to make a synthetic feather. Okay, so we'll talk more about them later on. On our last video we did a giveaway for this Yonex polo shirt signed by world champion Victor Axelsen. Pleased to announce that the winner is Nikhil02, so you'll be getting the polo shirt and a set of Aerobite strings. As far as I can tell from your profile, you're somewhere in India, so get in touch and we'll send them out to you as soon as possible. Watch out for more giveaways in the future. Right, so we've had a go with all the 6 different types of plastics that we've had along, and well, there's a very big difference between them, so I thought I'd explain that now. 3 of them didn't quite perform quite as well as some of the others. The Victor Platen 3000, this shuttle here. It's a bit slow for my liking, not quite as good as some of the others, so I'm just going to discard that now. I mean, if you want something durable for training, for juniors, I think it's ideal, but not for, you know, tournament or league or club play. I just don't think it's, you know, good enough for that. So next is the Mavis 300. Now this is the best selling shuttle at ClubRackets.com. We used a lot in the local area. It's solid, it's reliable, it's easy to use for everybody. You know, performs well, it's relatively durable. You know, it's a good all-rounder, but again, in this test, didn't feature well in the top 3. You know, there are better plastic shuttles out there than this now, I think. How about you, Ben?
Yeah, I think it is what you said. It hit quite well, durably, possibly slightly softer on the hit than some of the other shuttles we tried, which neither of us liked quite as much, did we?
Yeah, no. Okay, so we get rid of this one too. Right, so next in line was the Mavis 2000. Okay, it is, I feel, quite similar to the Mavis 300. It's better. I think it's more stable in flight, a bit more durable as well, although we didn't test it to destruction just because we had, you know, the better shuttles to test. You know, not bad quality, but wouldn't be my choice. How about you, Ben?
Yeah, I think the hits, you get slightly more feel out the hit than with the 300, which I preferred. Stable in flight, flies nicely, decent all-rounder and a good kind of similar option to the 300, I think.
Yeah, slight step up from the 300, but nothing special. Right, so now coming into the 3 shuttles that we thought were the best. The first one is the Mavis 600. It's the newest shuttle from Yonex, Nylon Plastic. It just seems to fly a lot more like a feather for me. You do get a better response on the hit, so you get a better feel out of it. You can do a few more shots with it than perhaps the Mavis 300 and 2000. I think it's just a step on in technology. How about you?
Yeah, definitely. I think in terms of the hit, I got a lot more feel out of this one, a lot more response off the racket, which I preferred. I think a step up from both the other Yonex ones that we've tried today.
Yeah, so I think if you're using the Mavis 300 at the moment, as a lot of people are, I think it'd be well worth investing in a tube of Mavis 600s. They won't blow you away with difference, but I do think you'll enjoy playing with them, especially if you're the kind of player who sometimes plays with feathers, sometimes plays with plastics. I think the 600 is a good stepping stone for you. Okay, next we have the Ashaway Bird 2. Now, we played with this one for quite a long time. It's interesting, it's got different colours on it. When it's coming over the net, facing towards you, you can see this ring of dark plastic there. And also what catches your eye when it's on its way to you is the spin. You can see it spinning as it comes towards you. It's a nice hit. It does feel like a plastic, but, you know, again, a step on towards a feather. What do you think of it, Ben?
Yeah, I mean, to start with, I found the spin slightly off-putting, but then you get used to it, I think, quite quickly. And I think in terms of the way it hits, yes, it is a plastic, but I think you can do a little bit more with it than any of the ones we've talked about so far, so possibly a step towards that feather-style shuttle. Yeah,
it's got a nice predictable flight path. You know what's going to happen with it. After a while, it did start to spin just a little bit, but I think, you know, it's pretty durable. They do cost a little bit more than, say, the Mavis 600 and things like that, but, you know, again, well worth a try. They're a little bit faster in terms of flight, so you just have to take that into account. We've got the medium speed here with the medium speed with all the other shuttles, but it does fly a little bit further. But yeah, an interesting concept. I would recommend a few people give this a try if you haven't already. Right, so now we come to possibly what I think is the most interesting of the shuttles that we've tested today, the Victor Carbonsonic. It is very different from all the other 5 shuttles that we've tried. It's more feather-like than the Bird 2. The sort of stiffness of it and the way you hit it is different. You can hit it like you hit a feather and it rewards you. I don't think people who are used to plastics will enjoy it quite as much, because you do have to hit it like a feather to get the best out of it. But I think people who play with feathers will like it as an alternative. Okay, I don't know what price it's going to be, but I'm going to say it's probably going to be cheaper than using feathers. How about you, Ben?
Yeah, I think it was probably, as someone that plays both feathers and plastics, the nicest one for me to hit. Certainly when you were close to the net, it's a lot more responsive and similar to a feather than any of the plastics that we tried. And I like you got a really clean sound from it when you hit as well, which I really liked. Yeah,
you do get a nice crack sound when you hit it. It is followed by a slightly odd dull thump, which, you know, you get used to. It goes quite far, it's quite fast. I mean, these are I don't think there's any speed options on here at the moment. They're just a sample I got from Victor, but they are faster than all the other shuttles that we've tested today. So if you're the kind of club that uses 77s or slow feathers, then, well, you may not want to think about these for the time being until we get a bit more information. We've hit with it quite a bit. It stood up fairly well, started to go a little bit misshapen, but basically all the damage you can see is just these little bits of polystyrene on the end starting to come off. It hasn't affected the flight at all, and we've given it a real good wallop. So, you know, good choice for everyone, I think. These will be out in the UK in March 2018, I think. So give them a try when you can.